There's no denying we're seeing more Amazon FBA sellers stop than ever before. And as an Amazon FBA software and sellers ourselves, we see this more than anyone. But it also means we get a really good insight in the reasons why people actually stop Amazon FBA in 2024. But is this actually such a bad thing? Well, today we'll be talking about why Amazon FBA sellers are stopping and why it might actually be a good thing for your Amazon FBA business. And make sure you stick around until the end for the main reason people are giving up. So the first big reason we see a lot of Amazon sellers stopping is because of suspensions from Amazon. There's no denying Amazon are very strict. They have a lot of rules and a lot of things you have to follow. And there are a number of reasons why Amazon suspend accounts. These include policy violations, like selling prohibited products, running multiple accounts without permission. Then we've got things like performance issues, which is a really big thing for new sellers. Because if you have poor metrics on your account, you can run into issues. Then of course you have issues with customers and them complaining. So if you get a lot of negative feedback, this can cause issues, or A to Z claims. These are very, very bad on your Amazon account. And then there might be things with actually you personally, like verification issues. So you might not have the correct ID, or you may not be able to provide the correct documentation. And then of course, there's the main one, and that's fraudulent activities, which hopefully none of our viewers do this and none of our users do this as well. Please don't ever do this on Amazon, but it is becoming a big problem, and it is why they're becoming so much stricter. All of these Amazon suspension issues are one of the big reasons people might be thinking about stopping Amazon FBA, because you never know what Amazon is truly thinking. Now, our next big reason of why people are stopping on Amazon is about competing against Amazon themselves. So you probably know, if you're an Amazon seller, you're of course selling on Amazon's platform, but Amazon also sell their own items. So you're often competing against them, which of course that's very difficult to do. Amazon often offers much lower prices than you're able to, mostly because of the economies of scale. Of course, Amazon are going to be buying a hell of a lot more items than you, so of course their unit cost is going to be cheaper. The next big thing which Amazon often deny, and there's lots of stuff in the news about it, is about their bias and them favoring themselves to win the buy box. So if you don't know what a buy box is, the buy box is the add to basket or buy now button on Amazon, and only one seller gets this buy box, so of course everybody fights for it. But there's a lot of talk about Amazon favoring themselves, so they get the buy box all of the time. So let me show you an actual example of this on an FBA deal which you could potentially buy today, and it's from Home Bargains, and it's this Only the Brave aftershave which we can buy for £28.49, and it sells on Amazon for £49. So it looks like it's got great potential for Amazon. So check out the profit, £9.90 profit per unit, and it's selling 217 times a month. But look, Amazon are selling on this listing, and are they going to share the buy box? Well, we'll have a look on the price graph. So on this price graph, we can see the history of who's actually been on the buy box, who's been sharing it. And as we can see, Amazon have never given anyone else the buy box on this listing. So that means if you were to sell on this listing, realistically, you wouldn't ever get any sales. Now, some people might say, well, that's because Amazon are the cheapest, but there are lots of items where you'll see sellers which are cheaper, but Amazon still hold a buy box, and nobody really knows why. Now, in order to see data like that, you need a deal analyzer, and that's what we are here at Profitl. We help you analyze your FBA deals. We have a Chrome extension, a mobile app, the Chrome extension you just saw. We also have arbitrage sourcing software, and we're all about trying to help people become successful on Amazon. So if you were interested in joining Profitl, we do have an exclusive discount code for our YouTube viewers, which will make pop up just here. That's going to save you either 5% on yearly plans, and yearly plans already have over 50% off, or 20% on monthly plans. You can also find it down below in the description. So let's get on to another reason why a lot of people are stopping Amazon FBA, and that is because of low profit margins. And there are a number of reasons for this. Firstly, you've got high fees on Amazon. It is expensive to sell on Amazon, and some people say it is worth it, and I agree fully, because the service you get with Amazon FBA is worth it. You don't need a massive warehouse, you don't need loads of staff, so it is actually pretty cheap when you think about it, but of course it does eat into your profit. The next thing is the competitive pricing pressure. Usually the winner of the buy box is the cheapest seller. That encourages sellers to make their items cheaper, which in turn reduces their profit margins, and it causes what we call price wars, where everyone just keeps undercutting each other until it's just a race to the bottom and nobody's making any profit. And then of course the big one for low profit, that is market saturation, and that leads us on to our last reason why people are quitting, and probably the biggest one, and that is the competition, the market saturation. There are more people than ever selling on Amazon. It is so popular, and that's because there's low entry barriers. You don't need a warehouse, you don't need to set up companies to start selling on Amazon. You can just buy some products, set up an Amazon account and start selling. So it's very easy for people to get started. And then probably the biggest one is that there's people everywhere doing it. If you go on social media these days, there's so many people doing Amazon FBA, and a lot of people aren't genuine. Of course, a lot of people are genuine as well. There are many people who are promising the world and not necessarily showing the truth, but it does cause lots of people to start selling. And when inexperienced sellers start, often they're selling items for too cheap, so they're not really making profit, which then makes it very difficult. So those are the main reasons people are quitting Amazon FBA in 2024. But of course, it's not all bad, and this video isn't to make you think selling on Amazon is a bad thing, because a lot of the reasons I talked to you today actually are a positive. More people quitting means less competition for us and more sales, but it is getting harder than ever, and there's no denying that. However, as long as you can put the work in, you can provide a great service to your customers, there's no reason why you can't build a really successful Amazon FBA business. So if you did want the greatest chance of being successful on Amazon, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, because we post out Amazon FBA videos every single Thursday. But we hope you found that video helpful. If you did have any other videos you'd like us to make, please let us know down below in the comments. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.